Hello, welcome back to the King's TUT class, and welcome to the part B of Olympiad exam questions. Now, in this part, we have 4 questions. I'll be solving them one after the other. So, this is number 1. If 2n plus 1 permutation n minus 1 ratio 2n minus 1 permutation p is equal to 3 ratio 5, find the value of what? N. First thing we have to note that is this, the formula of my permutation. So, n permutation r is equals to what? N factorial over what? N minus r factorial. So, and then second thing you have to notice that what this ratio here represents what? Division. So it means let's now see how I'm going to represent them and start solving. So from here, I believe I should be able to break my page into 2. Okay, so n permutation r now becomes what? 2n plus 1 factorial over 2n plus 1 minus n minus 1. So that's minus n plus 1 factorial. So this is n, this is r, we're subtracting. Okay, so then let me put it as divided already. Divided by what? 2n minus 1 factorial all over what? 2n minus 1, then minus what? Minus n. Now, and in this case, what does it now become? Is equals to what? 3 over 5. Now let's continue our solution. From here, what do I have? This becomes what? 2n plus 1 factorial over what? Now, subtracting this becomes what? N minus 1. So I have what? N plus 2, I mean. So that's 2n minus n is what? N. 1 plus 1 is what? Is 2. So that's factorial. Divided by what? 2n minus 1 factorial all over. On subtracting, what do I have? This becomes n minus 1. Okay. Factorial. Okay, so that's equals to what? That's equals to 3 over 5. From here, what does this now become? I can now say this is the same thing as 2n plus 1 factorial all over what? N plus 2 factorial times what? N minus 1 factorial over what? 2n minus 1 what? Factorial. All equals to what? 3 over 5. And from here, let's see what I can do to now cancel out. Now you can see this is plus 1, this is plus 2, this is minus 1, this is minus 1. What am I trying to say? Now, this is 2n plus 1, this is 2n minus 1. Let me convert this to 2n minus 1, like so. This is n minus 1, this is n plus 2. Let me convert this to n minus 1. Why? Because we've said before that 3 factorial is the same thing as 3 times 2 times 1. How? That's 3 times 3 minus 1 times 3 minus 2. As simple as that. So, what does it now become? It means this now is the same thing as this 2n plus 1 times what? Minus 1 becomes what? 2n. This minus 1 becomes what? 2n minus 1. So let's stop there. Factorial. So all over what? The same thing happens here. It's the same thing as what? N plus 2 times what? Minus 1 becomes n plus 1. Minus 1 becomes what? N. Minus 1 becomes what? N minus 1 what? Factorial. Now we're trying to conform it to this and this respectively. So, and this is equals to what? 3 over 5. From here now, you can now cancel out. This cancels this. This cancels this. So there's no factorial left in my equation. Okay, so on solving, this is n. This is 2n. So it goes out. What remains is what? 2 into what? 2n plus 1. Then all over what is left down here? N plus 1 and what? N plus what? 2. All is equals to what? 3 over 5. From here, you can expand. Cross multiply and then expand. I'm going to have it as what? 10 into what? 2n plus 1. Then is equals to what? 3 into what? N squared plus what? 3n plus what? Plus 2. Expand now gives me what? 20n plus what? 10. All equals to 3n squared plus 9n plus 6. Okay, so collecting like terms and equated to 0 becomes what? 3n squared plus 9n minus 20n plus 6 minus 10 equals to what? 0. Everything came here and I'm equating to what? To 0. So from here, factorizing now becomes what? Plus 9n minus 20n is what? Sorry. This is minus what? 11n plus 6 minus 10, that's minus 4 equals 0. From here, I can now see that 12 and 11 will work. So leaving it as what? 3n squared minus 12n plus n minus 4 equals to 0. Then grouping, what do I have? 3n into what? N minus 4, plus 1 into n minus 4 equals to 0, leaving my answer to be what? 3n plus 1 equals 0, or n minus 4 equals what? 0. It means my n is equals to what? Minus 1 over 3, or n is equals to what? Positive 4 from this point. Now the value of my n now must be positive. So since this is negative, this is positive, my n, the real value of my n is what? Is what? 4. Now note, if this was negative and this was positive, even if this is a whole number as it is, this will be my value of my n relatively. So as simple as that.